Jonny Clayton, congratulations for spells of that game. That was absolutely sensational. Did you feel $1 million up there?
I loved every second of it. You know, I always knew it was going to be a good game. I got ahead. I was just waiting for Damon to come back, and I knew he was going to come back into that game. You know, he's too good not to. So, you know, it felt good. He gave me a few chances. I think, was it a 1-5-2? Well, yeah, you know, that obviously hurts, doesn't it? And that to win the match, obviously when Damon missed, you know, to win the match, brilliant. So yeah, I've got a smile, a massive smile on my face.
Look, the combination finishing is Jonny Clayton specials, as we call it, and that was all there tonight. That must be pleasing that they seem to be coming back at just the right time.
Yeah, it's great. You know what I mean? It's that's what hurts the other player. You know, taking a 32 out doesn't matter. You know, when you've just missed and somebody takes a big shot, that hurts. You know, that's in your head. And as a player, you're thinking, you get a chance you have to take. You know, I think it was 2 out of 3 I took tonight, but I feel good. You give me a chance, I might upset you. So, but total respect to Damo. He's a brilliant guy, great dart player, and you know, we're good friends. So it was tough to play up there tonight.
You've done some special things in your career, but you've also done a lot of good things in this venue. Do you get that nice warm feeling coming back here, knowing that this is a place that you normally play well at?
Well, it started off the first few years. I couldn't get past the first round. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm enjoying that. That's it. You know, before I used to think, oh, I'm playing against so and so, playing against so. Now I don't care. It's like, whatever happens, happens. I go up there, try and play my best game. If it happens, they've got a hard job to beat me. And tonight, I've done my job.
The year of the ferret, you were unplayable. Now, it's been a while since you've lifted a major, but that game now seems to be back to those levels that you were at when you were lifting those. Do you feel it's now time for Jonny Clayton to get his hands on silverware again?
I hope so, obviously. You know, I don't go out there to lose. You know, I give 1,000,000% every time. Sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't. You have to be realistic, you know. Everybody can play darts in this game, you know. To be probably in one of the best lineups that I've ever been in Blackpool. So it's going to be tough. Hopefully it's my year.
Cheers, Jonny.
Cheers, pal.
Well done tonight, Jonny.
Thank you, pal.
This afternoon even. Those big finishes that you mentioned that hurts the opposing player, is that something that you notice when you hit them? You can see how they're feeling after that? Yeah,
it feels good. You know, I've been on the other end of the stick, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, that hurts, you know, especially when you had dart to win that leg, and all of a sudden somebody takes a 10+ out. You know, obviously it hurts. Obviously it hurts because your mind is different. You're thinking, I've had that chance, I've missed, and he's just taken a 10+ out. You know, that really hurts. But it's good for the player that does it, you know, and tonight it was my night, and I'll have a smile on my face.
You're obviously playing some brilliant stuff at the moment. It's been a really good year for yourself. From now and that, as we call it, the year of the ferret, what do you think the differences are, and maybe why you haven't picked up any majors yet? I
don't know, to be honest. You know, it's just, I feel good. And when you feel good, the darts go all right, isn't it? You know, I don't pressure myself. I'm out to win every trophy that goes, every major, every game, everything. But I'm realistic, and that doesn't happen. You have to win. You have to lose to win, if that makes any sense. You know, I think you will lose a lot more than what you win, and that's from Phil Taylor down to the guy that's throwing his first game. It's just reality, and I'm quite realistic. If I don't perform, I'm going home. So hopefully I can show the guys what I can do.
And the importance of coming off the back of that brilliant Premier League and keeping the momentum going, I guess, keep making sure your level's there and it doesn't drop at this time.
Yeah, that's obviously, I'm hopeful of that, you know, that things have gone right for me in the Premier League. I've shown that, you know, I'm a good participant in there, so hopefully I can get back into it, but don't worry about that. I've got a few tournaments to win first, and maybe start on this one and just build for the rest of the year.
Thank you, Jonny.
Hi, Jonny, congratulations. You said to Phil that you used to think about the tournament, who you was playing, but now you don't really care anymore. You just go up there and have fun. How and when did that mindset change?
I think in the last 2-3 years, where I've had a great year, in the 2020 year, the ferret, as everybody says, so I know I can do it. Now it's just relaxing and try to do it again. You know, I'm 52 years old this year. You know, I don't need to worry about anybody. I just go up there, I'm going to enjoy. You know, like I say, Gary Anderson's one of my heroes, so I like watching what he does. You know, try and pick a few tips from Michael Van Gerwen. You know, he's in my camp. But it's like, just get up, do my job, and then they've got a hard task to beat me. If I can do it, hopefully this week, I might have some silverware.
Well, you mentioned Anderson there as one of your heroes. He's just putting his best ever display on the Winter Garden stage, and you've got him next round. So if he plays like that, how difficult is it going to be to beat one of your heroes? And does him being one of your heroes make it more difficult?
Yeah, I think so. But hopefully he's played his game today. And no, genuinely, you know, that's what Gary Anderson does. He plays great darts. You know, he's not one of the best players that's ever thrown for nothing. So I'm going up against my hero, one of the best players, and I think it'll be a good game. You know, it'll be total respect from each other, and whoever wins, wins. Hopefully it's me.
Brilliant, well done, Johnny.
Cheers, pal.
Johnny, congratulations.
Thank you.
How important is it that you are just enjoying it, that you are sort of, you seem relaxed, you are seem confident? How far does that go in terms of the game?
Well, I think in any sport, if I can, you know, I can't speak for everybody else, but you know, I think it does help that you're relaxed. You know, and by smiling, laughing, joking, that generally helps. You know, like I say, I'm enjoying every minute, and it helps my game.
Have you felt a massive difference since you mentioned that mindset change? Do you just feel different going out there?
No, not really. It's just, it's going to be what it's going to be. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But I ain't going to lose by not trying. I want to be here. I want to be lifting that trophy. Hopefully, like I say, it's my year.
And how much do you enjoy that stage in particular? Obviously, you got to the final a few years ago. Just how much do you enjoy being here in Blackpool?
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, the banters, the chants, banter, songs. You know, it's true dart fans. There was not one whistle out there today, and I thought that was fantastic. You know, I thought fair play to them, and they were singing my favourite song, American Pie. So, you know, brilliant. I cannot fault the crowd.
What more can you ask for on a Sunday afternoon?
What more can you ask for, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully I'll be here next Sunday singing the same song, American Pie, and Johnny will be winning. So, who knows?
Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Johnny, you said about the challenges of playing a good friend like Damon Heta. Why do you find that so difficult? Because when we seen the likes of Joe Cullen and Nathan Aspinall last night, they actually brought the best out of each other.
Yeah, I think it's playing against a mate, whoever it is. If you get along on the floor tour, you know, it means that you get along with good people, yeah? It's just, I think it's the pressure of who gets off quicker, who throws the first 180, who throws the first leg, you know, wins the first leg. I think it's more like pressure of trying to perform rather than anything else. You know, it's not like, oh, I don't want to win because he's my friend. It's like, I want to get the first 180, I want to get the first big out, I want to get the first leg. You know, I think that's the pressure, nothing else. So it can be one of everything goes well, or it could be the other side and everything's like, oh, what a rubbish game, like, you know. So who knows?
And you said you didn't want to talk about the Premier League, but if things go right for you this week, you could finish it inside the top 4 of the rankings.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that. I think I was world number 3 for 28 seconds before Michael came back into it, and then Gian decided to, you know, to show off, and then I went back to world number 5. So hopefully I'm going to stay at world number 4 for a while in anyway, and maybe go up the ranks after Christmas. Who knows? Thank you, mate.
Just one more, Johnny.
Cheers,
If you win the match play, will you change the walk-on song to American Pie?
Not yet. There's no Johnny in American Pie, so I might keep that. Cheers, pal.
Cheers, Johnny.